Hey guys, Booligan here with Booligan Shooting Sports. You'll notice a slightly different background behind me. That's because I moved, which is part of the reason why I haven't had any videos posted for a while. Today we're going to be taking a look at an evolving project of mine that I've been working on for the last several years. This is my Savage MKII FV-SR. This bit of a mouthful of a gun is a rimfire, in this case 22 long rifle, bolt action rifle from Savage. Now, I previously did a video on this and sung its praises basically about the fact that it is super accurate and inexpensive, and it suppresses very, very well. Well, since then, I've been kind of mulling over what I wanted to do as far as a new stock option for it. The Savage FV-SR unfortunately has a pretty terrible plastic stock on it. So I wanted to go with something a little bit different, a little bit more accurate, to enhance the fact that it has a free-floated barrel and to just generally have a better platform. Along came Rigid Alloy. Rigid Alloy is one of the few companies that is making a chassis for the Savage rimfire series. And while the chassis itself was great, I didn't like the existing handguard that was on there. It just sort of ended here, and it wasn't my favorite look. So myself and several other people have been pestering them for months and months and months. And finally they released a version with an M-LOK extended handguard up front, and I love it. I think it looks exceptionally good. I will go over some of the features and how I have my specific one configured, as well as a little bit of a new venture for me and for the channel. So, starting at the back, the chassis utilizes a standard AR buffer tube mount, so I have a just buffer tube mounted in place, and then actually an ICS airsoft stock. This guy is fully adjustable for length, for comb height. It is heavy. Unfortunately, it does add a good bit of weight to the back of this thing, but it is configurable to make me have a very, very comfortable cheek weld while shooting this. The grip is a little bit different, and that's because I designed it and made it. Since the last video I did, I've gotten into 3D printing as well as 3D design work, which has kind of opened up Pandora's box for projects for me. But in this case, I wanted a 0-degree AR style grip, which the chassis uses AR style grips, but I wanted something with an extended finger shelf, and I designed this. I put this idea together, printed it using a fuzzy skin mod. It's hollow on the bottom for lightweight but rigidity, and I love it. I have since ended up selling a few of these grips to people that like them, and that is going to be something I'm apparently doing now. But yeah, that vertical grip combined with an adjustable length of pull on the stock, fantastic combo. Moving up front on the chassis, you will see that you do have some design and lightning cuts built into it. The scope that I have just barely clears that handguard, which is kind of exactly how I wanted it. And then you have the extended handguard that goes, in my case, almost all the way to my muzzle. I still have the ability to remove the protective nut there and suppress this. It still clears just barely. Something like this, you need to run a bipod, and you can either go with a bottom mounted one or like a rail interface or a bipod sling swivel. In my case, I tried out UTG's M-LOK side mount bipod. Now, this thing is incredibly beefy. It is quite heavy, actually. Adds a lot of weight to the front, but does give, see there, a very stable platform. This is in its lowest setting for this model. There are several models of differing lengths, but this is the one that kind of worked out perfectly for this configuration of rifle. The fit and finish on the Rigid Alloy chassis are perfect. I mean, there's really no way else to describe it. It is a premium product and it is priced accordingly. These guys are several $100s for this chassis. So in this case, I believe the chassis actually costs more than the original base rifle. So it's certainly not, if you're hunting for a, cheapo option for building a super inexpensive rifle, you're not going to find that. But what you are going to find is a well-engineered piece of kit, CNC machined out of aluminum for excellent weight balance, excellent strength and rigidity, without sacrificing good looks or accuracy. The thing is just, really, really well put together. It is an anodized finish, so it is sturdy. It is going to last a good long time, and I don't foresee any issues with the chassis. So that's sort of the overview of this guy. Thus far, my initial thoughts on it are that it is very good. I like I said, I like the fit, I like the finish, I like how it came together, and time will tell as I'm able to get out and sort of use and abuse it a little bit to see how well it stands up to my rigorous testing. That being said, it is a rimfire. This is a 22 long rifle. I do not foresee certainly any recoil forces causing any issues with this. It'll just be sort of my range use that may discover any chinks in its armor. So again, many thanks to Rigid Alloy for working with us on this and for putting up with my many messages on Instagram, begging them basically to make this exact configuration, because now I have it and I'm a very happy person now. Stay tuned to the channel. I promise more frequent updates than I have had in 2020, namely with a pandemic and moving. But yeah, this is the first of several things that I'm filming today that will be released throughout the next couple of days to give you some nice entertainment to watch. Thanks again to you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more.